Hey everybody, it's Smash Bro. Welcome to me basically rambling for who knows how long. I'm pretty sure a lot of you would know this already had you seen the news today, but Pokemon is getting 2 brand new games. And I just wanted to talk about them, get things off of my chest. It's a little surprise, but I'm a big fan of Pokemon. I grew up with Pokemon Diamond and Pearl. Those were my first Pokemon games. I hold them really dear to my heart. More so Platinum, because Platinum is still the better of the games. But I still hold Diamond and Pearl in high regard because those were the first Pokemon games I had ever gotten. And Pokemon Pearl is the 3rd Pokemon game I had ever played. So, to me, it holds a place in my heart that is very close, and it just kind of molded me into who I am today. I wouldn't be the person I am today without Pokemon games. And with the announcements today, I just thought I'd give my 2 cents into the ring. So for those uninitiated, or for those who don't know, Pokemon, or the Pokemon Company for that matter, had a Pokemon presentation today where they revealed 3 games, which I'm excited for Pokemon Snap as anybody. I am a photographer too, so new Pokemon Snap appeals to me anyway. But that's not what we're going to be talking about today, because I'm already sold on that game. I'm not completely sold yet on the other 2 games that they announced, but those are more for cautious optimism. So we'll first start off with Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. So, Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl are essentially faithful remakes of the original Pokemon Diamond and Pokemon Pearl that were on DES back in 2007. They don't... From the looks of things so far, they don't sway too much into the extremely different like they did for Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. It seems more like they're being more faithful, like, say, the original Pokemon Fire Red, where most of it is where it should be, and if they do add changes, it might be like they did with Heart Gold and Soul Silver, in they still had stuff from the engine that they were able to import very easily into the game, so they were just able to add more modes that way, although I don't think that's going to be the case. What I think so far is going to happen is we're going to see the Platinum Pokedex and the return of the Underground, which is very solid, but I think there needs to be more. And I'm not saying, like, they need to add, like, this, and this, and they need to make all these extraordinary cutscenes and everything. But I will want them to make it so that I have more of a reason to come back. I don't want them making, like, so many modes. I just want the modes that they do bring in to make me want to come back over and over again. So, essentially, what I want to see them do is, if they have modes, I would think that they should just focus on 3 specific modes aside from battling, which would be the Underground, the Battle Frontier, or at least the Battle Tower, and the Pokemon contests, like they had in the original Diamond and Pearl. If they don't have that, then they're basically taking, like, 3 massive steps back. I think the modes are very much what make Diamond and Pearl what they really are. And I think also this remake allows them to flesh out some of the problems they had with the original Diamond and Pearl, as in too many HMs and just the slowness of everything. I think those are 2 things they could maybe try to remedy in this situation. And I think one of them is a lot easier to do because of the engine that they're using. When they originally made the DS engine was extremely slow. For anyone who remembers, it could take you upwards to like a minute just to KO a Chansey because it had so much HP, and the calculation and the the number going down for the HP bar was very slow. Like, the engine was just very slow in general, not helped by the fact that it was the first Pokemon game to run at 30 FPS. But that's neither here nor there. We don't know much about this new version of Pokemon, but it seems to be running better, and it'll probably... Again, anything's going to be faster than the original Diamond and Pearl. Even Platinum was still faster. It was still slow in some regards, but they still made it faster anyway. But that's not the only thing they showed off. They also showed Pokemon Legends Arceus, which surprisingly is another game set in the Sinnoh region. And this is why I think I'm more okay with the Sinnoh remake being the way it is. They make the Sinnoh remake just a faithful recreation, just the way we remember it being, with maybe a few like quality of life enhancements. And then they get to be experimental with another Sinnoh game. Because I think everyone deep down was, I think, hoping for the Sinnoh remake to just be this big open world game, even if I don't think it would have, an open world game would have worked in that scenario. But what this new game allows is to allow still an open world Sinnoh game without like making people like have no faith or break their expectations for what a Pokemon remake would have been. Allowing this to be a new game and not a remake allows it to stand on its own 2 feet without being compared to anything else. And I think with that, just a lot of expectations are set immediately and not like in a bad way where it's being compared to everything else. It gets to be its own thing and allows it to still give us that open world game that we've been wanting out of Pokemon without getting in the way of anything else. Because you'll have one camp saying the Pokemon, if they made an open world Pokemon Number Pro game, they would have been like, oh, it doesn't recreate faithfully, or it does too much, and the other camp would have been like, you know, just give us an open world game. And I think this allows me, and specifically this, I feel better about it, because this takes a lot of the ideas I had for a Pokemon Diamond Pearl remake, and just actually makes a game out of it that I think makes more sense in the context of how it is. I think an open world game works better, or let me rephrase this. I think a Diamond and Pearl remake that is open world would not work because of how the game is structured around gyms. But as far as we know, there are no gyms in this early Sinnoh. This is like not primordial or medieval Sinnoh, but it's more feudal Japan kind of Sinnoh. And the idea is that you're going around and you're completing the first Pokedex. And because it's open world, it allows for a lot of conventions of Pokemon to be broken. Like, your starter Pokemon isn't even like Turtwig, Piplup, and Chimchar in this game. It's Cyndaquil, Rowlet, and Oshawott. And I think that's brilliant. Like, these are things that you normally wouldn't think of, but a lot of people were just like, just make a Pokemon game that just has all the Pokemon in it, and just give us different starters. And I think we're seeing traces of this, that they can still make Pokemon games without always having to make a new generation. And another way I find that the open world really fits into the Sinnoh region is that the Sinnoh region is rife with world building. This was the region that gave us Arceus, it gave us the Lake Trio, it gave us the Creation Trio, also technically Tetralogy, if we include Arceus in there. It gave us Heatran, it gave us all these Pokemon, it gave us the Canalave Library, which Pokemon Legends could take a lot of inspiration from. Because a lot of folklore books were inside Canalave Library. We could see a lot of those appear within Pokemon Legends as a potential, like, side quests. And I think that could be very brilliant. We can maybe see, like, how the meteors got into Veilstone City, or the area surrounding Veilstone City in the first place. We could see maybe the Solaceon Town ruins, maybe in their prime. We could see maybe how people congregated into Hearthome City. We don't know. The possibilities are endless for what they would want us to do in this game. And I'm very interested to see where it goes. My only concern right now is, how does it progress? What more is there to do aside from just completing the Pokedex? Are there more settlements? Are there more challenges? Like, are you doing something alongside it? Like, because right now, I think, like, just the battle system just being used for wild Pokemon and nothing else isn't enough. There has to be more there. Like, will there be some kind of, like, gym challenge or some kind of structure of sorts? Are we going to go back to the challenges in Alola, like they did in Sun and Moon, or Alola? Will they do something akin to Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness or even Colosseum? Like, I need some kind of hook there that isn't just catch all these Pokemon for the Pokedex, because that will not be enough. I'm saying this again with, like I did with the Diamond Pro remakes, there has to be enough modes for me to keep coming back. There has to be a gameplay loop, where there's more. It can't just be catch all Pokemon and then be off with it. There has to be more. But it's still very early on. We're still maybe a year and a half away from that game releasing. They did say early 2022, so maybe from January to May is the potential release date for that game. So it's going to be a while, but I'm cautiously optimistic. I want to see this succeed because I love Pokemon as a franchise. It's been with me for more than a decade at this point, and I want to see it succeed. Even more so than it already has. It's a billion-dollar franchise, but I want to see the games in particular succeed. Because, especially these Sinnoh games, because these are remakes, and these are... Generation 4 is what I grew up with. And I see no greater joy in being able to share that passion, that joy, and that love for this generation. And to see so much love for this generation come back in full force like this. And I'm glad to see regions like the Sinnoh region being used in more ways than just being the main setting for one game and that's it. There's so much to the Sinnoh region, and I'm glad they're finally realizing the potential there. And I hope that that potential is there. I hope that they give us some more. I hope that they expand the world building. I hope that they give us modes that I will want to come back to. They don't need to bring all Pokemon back in the Pokedex, but I will at least want a better variety than there was in Sun and Moon. But what do you guys think? Did this meet your expectations? Did it go beyond expectations? Did the presentation disappoint you? Are these games exactly what you were looking for? Let me know in the comments. I'll be very interested in seeing what you guys have to say about it. But that'll be it for me. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.